Hey gang, what's going on? Let's preview this weekend's football games. Jets, Giants, and Bills, and we'll recap last week. So the Jets, first off, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 24-20. Last week, Zach Wilson's first game back. It was a relatively solid performance by the team. The offensive line did a better job at protecting him. They still need to beef up, There's no doubt about that. And there's still some guys that need to come back. We got Dwayne Brown with shoulder issue and some other guys. So there's still some guys that are not all the way back yet. But a solid performance all in all by the New York Jets, who are surprisingly 2-2. Okay, 2-2. And now they get the Miami Dolphins, who they're 3-1, off to a hot start. I know they got beat this past week. I think it was the Cincinnati Bengals, and Tua suffered a pretty serious injury. I don't know what his status is going to be. He might be out for a while. So I know it's his neck and his shoulders, if I'm not mistaken. I know they put him in concussion protocol and all that stuff. And that was a scary injury. And again, why the Dolphins would not immediately take care of that was kind of surprising to me. But it is what it is. The Jets get Miami this week. The Dolphins are actually 3.5-point favorites, and the over/under in this game is 46.5 points. Even without, I'm actually going to give the edge to the Jets, because I think Tyreek Hill might be out as well, one of the top wide receivers. So I know they got Waddle, but missing Hill could hurt them. And if they don't have Tua, that could hurt them too. So I'm giving the Jets the prediction here. I'm going to say 24-21, and that's something similar to last week's. So we'll see. It's going to be under the over/under. So now let's pivot over to the Giants, who have Green Bay tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern in London. Okay, last week they beat the Chicago Bears 20-12. No surprise there. The Bears are kind of a rebuilding team, and they have their issues as well. And the Giants still have their issues, but the Giants also signed Landon Collins this week. He used to be one of their top safeties, drafted out of Alabama, and then he went for the big contract, signed with Washington, and then he got released by them, and then they signed him. So it's a practice squad signing, but you never know. Some more options in the defensive backfield could be a good idea. So, so last week they won 20-12. They're playing Green Bay, who's a 7.5-point favorite. Okay, and the over/under on this is 40.5 points. And Green Bay had a comeback win last week over New England. So with Aaron Rodgers, they threw 3 touchdowns, and he's Aaron Rodgers. So he's still elite. And despite what people might feel about him, still elite. And I'm giving Green Bay the edge here, unfortunately. I hope the Giants prove us wrong. But I'm giving Green Bay the edge, and I'm going to say 28-17. Okay? Green Bay's still an offensive firepower. They're not the same as before, but you still have Aaron Rodgers. So, and lastly, let's talk about the Buffalo Bills. What a ridiculous and impressive, I must say, comeback win last week versus Baltimore in Baltimore. I didn't think they were going to do that, pull that off, but they won 23-20. Very, very impressive. And Baltimore is very, very hard to beat at home. So I was very impressed by that. I mean, Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen. What a freaking... man. Yep. Very impressive. So the Bills, and again, the Bills are still coming back from serious injuries. They had a couple guys back last week, but they had 11 the week before that were out. I think it was 7 last week. We'll see where they're at this week. And they get who do they get this week? Well, they're 14-point favorites. Oh, they get the Steelers, excuse me. 14-point favorites, and the over/under is 46.5. Okay? The Jets pounded the Steelers. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to pound the Steelers as well. So I'm going to say 33-14 on this game. I think it should be it'll be a Buffalo massacre. So you let me know what you think, gang. Let me know what you think. And obviously I'll recap the games. We'll preview the next. We'll always do the over/under and anything else. And any breaking news I will put out, no matter what team it is. If it's significant news, I will be putting it out now. So please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss this stuff. Especially if you're a Giants, Jets, or a Bills fan, this is going to be a great place for you. And now that, especially if you're a baseball fan, and you kind of transition more into the football season, when that season winds down and this season ramps up, this is a great place for you too. And I've got my baseball channel, 161 River Ave, if you want to take a look at that. If you happen to be a Yankee fan, that's a great place for you. So, but those are the recaps. Those are the previews. Have a great weekend, everybody, and let's go New York. Over and out.